Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is going to be the last video in the Hera's Guide to 2K series, Definitive Edition, and I'm going to be playing a ranked game to showcase you all the skills we've been building up to this point, and hopefully I can showcase it all in one game. I'm going to go random civ on Arabia and see what I get, and just show you guys how I personally decide to adapt. Once again, I do recommend for you guys to pick a civ if you're just learning, or if you want to master a civ, but near like the 1900 and 2K. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is going to be the last episode in Hera's Guide to 2K Definitive Edition. Today we're going to be covering ELO's 1900 to 2K, so really just that last stretch. And this episode I'm going to do a rank game. As you can see, I just found one. I'm going to go random civ and I'm going to just play Arabia just to show you guys how I adapt and how I go about my game. Now whether I win this game or lose this game is kind of irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. But obviously we will try our best to win, and we will try to kind of give a recap as well. I'm going to guide you guys to my steps and recap everything we've learned up to now and show you guys how I go about it in one game. So I'm really just completing our knowledge and showcasing how it feels to be like a 2K plus player in a game and what our what our thoughts are as we go through the game. So let's go ahead and get into it. And again, like I said, I can win, I can lose this game. It doesn't really matter. The idea is just to get a good game in. So Britons versus Koreans. Let's go about our Dark Age. You've seen me do this quite a lot this whole day. We're gonna go for some two villages in one house, one village in another house, 6 on sheep. Even the guys who are new to the game are starting to pick up on some of these patterns. A lot of it is really just the same thing in Dark Age because again there's not much going on. So Dark Age is really where you want to take the time and think about the matchup and determine your strategy. Okay, so right off the bat I'm Britons and I want to play archers ideally, but on how I want to open the map or how I want to open, I don't know. I can play scouts, I can play men-at-arms. I'm going to decide based on my map and based on one other thing as well, which is my opponent's civ. My opponent is playing as the Koreans right now, which tells me that he's really good with archers as well, and really good especially with skirmishers. Getting that free armor and the cheaper skirmishers because their wood units cost less will make them very good at countering my archers with skirms. So that in mind, I feel like I might have to do a strategy that takes into consideration a counter for skirms. Also, I'm playing as the Britons, so I don't need 6 on food. I only need 5 to maintain perfect production. But instead of this, what I'm going to decide to do is I'm going to go for some scouts. So assuming my map is good for scouts, I'm noticing I've got a front gold, and I'm noticing that I think I have a back or a side berries. My map is good for scouts. So that being said, I'm going to go for some scouts and then transition into archers later if possible, or maybe into something else as well. So let's say yes. Small pause there. And yeah, so I'm going to go 6 on sheep nonetheless, even if I'm Britons, and that just lets me get a little bit faster gathering of sheep. And I'm going to go for, let's say, 20 pop scouts. Now, I've been showcasing 21 a lot on the guide. 20 is just an adapted version, a bit of a sharper version that's really good in high level because it lets you get in before people wall up their map. So I'm going to go for 20 pop scouts, and I could go for 19 pop if I'm being so bold actually. In fact, why don't I showcase it then 19 pop scouts? So usually this is done with civs like Franks that get a lot of bonuses, but Britain bonuses are pretty good as well with their faster sheep gathering. So we can actually do the 19 pop here, and that just consists of us going only 2 on wood. And then we're going to go ahead and pick up our boar. I'll find my last 2 sheep here. So we're going to go for 19 pop scouts here ideally. Hopefully I don't mess up the builds because that would be quite embarrassing obviously, but so far so good. And like I said, the whole idea is to go only 2 on wood early instead of the 3. And use our extra villagers that's not on the wood to take a lot of the hunt in the early game, including the sheep. So I'm going to go for the advanced broiler that I showcased a lot on this guide as well. And just go ahead and wait till the sheep runs out to actually finish off the boar and get it right under the town center. Next, I'm going to make a house in the shape of a wall. I can see myself walling right here as the game goes on. So I'm going to make a house right there to kind of set that up. And then I'll pick up the berries or right after that house goes up. And then this guy can be responsible for going to the boar. After this, I'm going to send one more villager over to the wood. And that's going to be the third one that I would normally have had earlier. I'm going to put him now. Okay, so we'll lure the boar in. And now I want to obviously scout my opponent as I've scouted everything that I have. Okay, let's get the berries there. I'm scouting near a hill. He cannot be there. Let's go ahead and wait till our boar is finished there before taking the next one. Very good. So again, all of this you've seen so far. The Dark Age has been kind of done so many times on this guide here that you know exactly how to do it. But just a quick reminder here, you don't want to scout too close to that tree because his town center could be there. Remember, I have trees around my town center as well. Therefore, my opponent has some around his. It's only natural. And so let's scout near this forest, near the hill. His TC can never be there, and therefore I run no risk, of losing my scout. So a very nice way to scout there, and finding your opponent in the least risky way, the most risk-free way. Cool, I'm scouting on top of hills now. We're gonna go back to that same location now, see if I was right, see if his town center is there. But in the meantime, I'm gonna continue scouting near hills, of course. Okay, no, I was completely wrong. In fact, he's got a 3 tile gold. That's an extra gold. That means he's on the complete other side of the map. And yeah, so I was completely wrong here. So we're just gonna go ahead and go straight to the other side of the map and see what we can find. But meanwhile at home, I'm going for 19 pop scouts. And once again, the reason I did this is just because I want to have an answer to his potential skirmishers. I don't want to play just straight archers into them or men at arm to archers, because then skirmishers can counter them. And this just gives me an answer for that. And it's because I have back berries and a forward gold. And that's why I decided to go for some scouts, despite me playing as Britons. So even though I'm playing Britons, which is generally a better archer civ, scouts can be a good opening depending on the map. So we're gonna go 19 pop. Again, if you're doing 21, it's okay. That's still a good build. This is just a little bit faster, yet harder to do. And the reason why we want it to be faster is just to be able to get into the opponent's map before he walls it up. Look at him already trying to wall it here, and we want to get in before he's able to wall it up if possible. Chances are he still will be able to full wall because people wall very early these days, but this is us trying to get in early. Now we're going to go ahead and get our barracks and stable, and again a house first as very much usual. And yeah, he's actually already fully walled, so I guess this just showcases exactly what I'm talking about now. We'll get our barracks down as well. He's fully walled here completely, which yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for me who wants to go scouts. We might have to adapt now then. He's going to be fully walled. We might have to mix in some towers. I'm going to try to snipe one of his villas though if he doesn't have loom. Snipe one of his villas when I get up to the next age. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to hide my scout here. I'm going to go kill his villager as soon as I click up. And yeah, let's do that. Cool. As soon as I click up, he actually has loom, so we can't do that anymore. I'm going to get a stable down, and I'm just going to go for some knights, or some scouts. Nonetheless, just to control the map. I might go for a forward though. Let's maybe go for a forward here. I'm going to go for some forward towers, just to try and break his walls. And again, this is just an adaptation of his opening. He went full wall opening, so I will try to break that as much as I can. And now he's going to go over to the archers, so I will send a couple of villas. I think just 2 villas forward is enough though. I don't think any more than that. Just 2 villas forward to make a tower on his berries might be enough. Just to force some idle time from him. It could be. Oh, actually, I can't do that. He's going to stone. So let's get just 1 scout and that's it. Yeah, I can't do that. So again, I'm adapting quite a bit here. And it's not the most efficient start, but I'm really really trying to play based on what my opponent's doing. So he's going to go to stone. You can't tower a player who's already going to stone. It wouldn't make any sense. I'm going to make just 1 scout. That will help me scout the map on the outside and potentially try to break in. But I will not be able to break in because, again, he's fully walled. So again, this is kind of like the problem with today's meta. Everyone likes to full wall early and not to let anyone get in. And so because of this, early rushes like the scout rush doesn't actually pay off. But that's okay. We will just adapt and find a way to continue playing the game. So now I have a scout on the inside and a scout on the outside. The outside scouts I want to send right back to defend myself against his scouts. I see 2 on stone, so that tells me he wants to go either a war wagon or he's just doing that to defend any potential towers. And he's on some gold. I haven't spotted any production building from him. So no production building whatsoever. If I see a market blacksmith at home, at his base, then I know for sure that he's going to go for the fast castle. I see the blacksmith here. If not, I might have to look and see if he's actually sneaking any buildings on me. Yeah, he might be sneaking because I don't see anything on his base. So I'm going to have to assume he's actually sneaking something here. I'm going to make another scout, in fact, just in case. Getting a little bit worried about that. Actually, I'm going to win that scout war, so I won't need it. Yeah, so let's see if he's sneaking anything. And again, this is why you need 1 scout on the outside just to make sure you're safe. I'm going to continue looping around. As soon as I see like a market from him, I'll know that he's not sneaking. I need to see that market first. Okay, so I see a blacksmith again. Still, I don't see the second building. So I'm thinking maybe he's sneaking archers, honestly. I don't know. I'll get wheelbarrow here. Alright, let's just fully wall ourselves then. Just to defend ourselves. We can also building scan, it's called. He has anything in the back. Yeah, he's sneaking something. There it is. So I knew he was sneaking just because of how he was playing. And now we will perfectly adapt here. There he is. He's in the back of our base. And we knew about that. So we will just completely adapt here. Wall this side as well. Yeah, and we just found him, right? So again, I only saw that because he didn't make a market at home. If he made a market at home, I have no reason to think he's sneaking. But now I know exactly what he's doing, and I will just simply defend here. He's also mining some stone, so he will actually have some towers with his sneak. So there it is. Yeah, there's the sneak. But again, it's not going to really do anything because I'm completely ready for it. He spotted me, but it doesn't matter. I'm fully walled. And there's a tower coming up. Again, I don't really care about that one. Yeah, we will just adapt and just run away. So again, I started out as a scout rush and completely adapted into something completely different. At his base, I want to try and harass his villagers. We'll just wall up here as well. I'll trade the scout for a villager if possible. Yeah, I killed him. That's good. Alright, and now I want to go skirmishers since he's going archers. So just like that, we found a good way to adapt. And you know what? I could actually spend my tower. It could be a good idea to make a tower here, just to kill his tower. I'm not going to go for it just yet. Oh, he's actually getting really close there. And you know what? I could go for some skirmers, but better is maybe just go for a fast castle. I have so many resources here. I can maybe just go for a fast castle. So let's go with blacksmith here. We're gonna go maybe blacksmith back here. He's harassing my buildings quite a bit. I don't really like that though. Yeah, that archery range might not go up. I have to be careful about that. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. Maybe just make a range back here then. I'll need 2 ranges anyways. And I'm not really able to click up actually here. I don't have the food. He's harassing all my farms, so gonna have to find a way to deal with this very soon. Make a market back here. Be a good way to buy and sell resources. And I'll start making some of my units as well. I'm in a pretty bad spot since I'm really tight. Yeah, I have to actually make a tower here. There's no 2 ways about it. I have to make this tower. Alright. Tower now. And once I get fletching, I can actually fight this back. Okay, very nice. Okay, so now I'm going to slowly start to clear him out of my base. And again, this whole game has been me just trying to adapt to what he's going for. So I'm going to get 2 ranges here. I'm playing with what I have. I've now killed that tower on top. And I'm trying to walk you guys through my my decision-making process here. So now I'm going to get this, you know, gold mining upgrade. He's wrapping around this side. I need to defend here. I have the potential to buy stone for a tower. I'll keep that in my back pocket. But for now, I don't really need that at the moment. I'm okay to just mass archers, and this is actually good for me because I'm going to be going archers in Castle Age, which is exactly what I want with Britons, right? So it turned out actually perfectly. What he did was perfect for me. And because I don't have enough stone for a town center, I have 2 options now when I get to Castle Age. I can either buy stone and make a town center, or, which I think is the better option, is to just prioritize ballistics first. Ballistics is really good at being able to snipe moving targets, obviously. That's what it's used for. But it's especially good if your opponent isn't Castle Age yet, because he can never run away from it, basically, and I would just be able to chase him down the whole time. So now let's go ahead and break. Well, do I break this house? I don't want to break this house yet, because I'm not really ready to attack him just yet. So I'm going to wait, because again, he still has a lot of army. I need to get my tech advantage now. And let's pick that up. Alright. Alright, now I can delete the house and go forward. Yeah. See if I can take some of the stone as well now. I've got my villagers, or my crossbows going forward now. I'm defending with some crossbows at home as well. I don't know where he's at. He could be anywhere, honestly, at this point. Yeah, mark it at home now. I have no idea what he's doing. I don't want to hit his walls though. I need. Okay, he's gonna go for a castle. It looks like he might follow this up with war wagons. Interesting. With that knowledge, what I'm gonna just do is prioritize me going for crossbows, and I'm gonna go on this side first. Let me get town watch actually now, because I need more space. Like right now, I'm kind of cramped. I don't know what he's doing, where he's going. So to kind of help me in that kind of map awareness, yeah, there it is. Town watch is really good because it lets me see more of the map, basically. My buildings get more line of sight. So yeah, so now it's a bit easier to track where he's going from. And as long as he's not making anything other than crossbow, my crossbow will always be the strongest unit. So I don't need to make anything other than crossbow as long as he's still on crossbow himself, because Britons have extra range. Oh, he killed some of my villas up there. That's bad. I killed like maybe 5 villagers. That wasn't really... Let's go kill those guys. Then I'll get another TC on the front here. And this hill is important though, so I'm gonna also get house there just to control it. I have ballistics now as well. Yeah, and these guys are trapped here, by the way. Oh. If you do that, then they're trapped. Oh. Oh, is there a hole? Oh, that's really bad. There's actually a hole here. I didn't really know that there's a hole there. Okay, so again, some small mistakes from me here. Some wagons coming in now as well. A lot of micro for me will be needed to get out of this pickle. Okay, so now I know he's got wagons. I'm just... Okay, I might need monks now. I need monks to counter his wagons. Crossbows will counter his crossbows all the time. So I'm going to continue massing my crossbows. I know he's got a couple of villas here. I don't know where he went, though. I'm going to patrol down here. And I'm going to try and patrol out here. This hill is very important, so I'm really going to try and take control of that if possible. And I'm going to mine extra stone because I need to get a castle on this hill. It's the only way to truly secure it. A monastery would be good for the meantime, though. And yeah, he's coming here. And I can't really fight wagons without a lot of crossbows and without monks. Yeah, there's where he went with the other army. Okay, very nice. You also go skirmishers to counter the wagons. In fact, that might be a good idea. Go skirmishers. Skirmishers will help counter the wagons. I have to spend my resources, so I'm going to even invest into third range here. I'm going to just double check I'm not losing anything on that side. Cool, I'm not. He's going to go with a castle here, most likely. Yeah, he's going to castle that hill. That's going to be really, really tricky for me. That's where I need to be castle-wise. Getting housed now as well. Yeah, there's the castle from him. He should have made it on the hill. That's a bad position for castle. Alright, so I'm taking as many resources as possible from that side. And now let's simply try to give him. So I'm gonna have to give up that area. This whole area I'm gonna have to give up. So this gold, for example, I'm gonna have to give up and go over on this side. Let's buy a little bit of our resources and go take this gold, which I think he might have walled in. I think he walled in. That's tough. That's tricky. All right, so this is now a tricky game. Okay, I'm kind of happy we got a tricky game like this though, because it kind of shows how I can actually adapt in decision making. Now I'm floating a lot of gold, and I want to go skirmishers. So yeah, so there he actually made. Yeah, we're gonna break that area though. But I would say he's in the lead right now. Definitely. But I don't think it's quite over yet. And these war wagons do really well versus crossbows. Not so well versus skirmishers, so let's get our skirmishers in there. Okay. Alright, so now I want to try to counter-attack him. I've got the scrims to defend, but I want the crossbows to attack him. And I'm clearing up that gold, so I want to be able to make use of that. Okay. These scrims will help defend. Now he's got some guys coming this way. Those wagons really counter the crossbows. I need to make some crossbows back here to defend the mangonels that will be coming in though. And I'm gonna get this castle here. That's that mangonel coming in is pretty scary, by the way. Getting housed at this time is not the best idea either. I have to give up maybe this this castle a little bit. Watch the mangonel. Cool. Need more food. I need to spend my resources here. Made some knights to defend the mangonel in case I needed it, but yeah, it looks like I'm fine. Okay, now I have a castle coming up, so now it's kind of a race to Imperial Age. I'm missing some upgrades, it seems. Yeah, so now I think it's kind of a race to Imperial Age at this point. Because we both want to get up to Imperial Age and trap down the other guy. So I'm going to stop making any units and go for that. You're here. And I'm idling on purpose, and I can't stress that enough right now. Okay. Lost my markets, I just need a little bit more gold. And there, I'm up. I'm up to next age, very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna need another town center here. We'll continue making some skirmishers. So again, I'm really just trying to adapt to the situation. I have enough for... Okay, this is something I gotta deal with. Lost only one hill, which is fine. Those skirmishers will control that hill. And this hill. Alright, get our eco upgrades now. This is probably not as important as this. I think I'm faster at Imp than he is. I'm going to need one more castle, and I do have this gold on the side that I want to make use of as well. This is why scouting the sides is so important. I put so much emphasis on scouting the sides this whole series, and finally it's kind of paying off in this game in particular. This guy on the sides, let me find that gold. Okay. He knows about it now, potentially now. Since Tommy walked towards that area. Oh well. Yeah, actually he's coming around. Tom sneaks some archers here. Don't like what he's doing close. This is a good trade, I think. Wagons are on the hill though. I think this is a good trade. I can't tell. It's hard to tell with some units you don't see often, like war wagons for example. I got a castle up here though. Alright, he's probably a little bit later to imp than I am. I'm getting braced. I don't need to fight now. We talked about power spikes all day. Alright, let's get to the trebuchet there as well. It looks like he just clicked up the imp himself. Actually, if he's coming here, I probably have to wall him in. I have to keep an eye on my mini after there. Yeah, he's doing that. Alright, very nice. Okay, we can't go there though. Clean up all his wagons there. Now I'm going to the front, and again, this has been a very messy game, but a very good one still. Is he taking that? I can't tell. Well, we'll figure it out anyway. Mangonel, that's not going to cut it either. I'm going to continue getting eco upgrades, and now I can probably tech back into Arbalest. I don't think I need more scrims than what I do have at the moment. So I think I can tech back into Arbalest. I have a lot of longbow. Oh, actually, scrims need to go here. A lot of castles, so longbows can be pretty good. Also, castle right here would be really good to secure this whole area. Also, relics or monastery for relics is the play. Ram actually surprisingly tanked a lot. He's trying to repair there. Okay. Yeah, stables. So he's going to go stables. So I want to go ranges now. Actually, let's go longbows. I have so many castles. Going for longbows is actually a better choice as Britain. So let's go longbows here. I haven't teched into Arbalest yet, so going longbow is actually more efficient. It's a stronger late game unit for the most part. Actually, pretty much all things considered, it's the strongest late game unit for Britons as far as an archer unit goes. Giving up that castle. I do have also one knight that I want to send. Something like that. He'll figure it out, no problem. Okay. And you know what? I want to get one more castle here. There's extra resources. Notice how everything I've been doing this game has been pretty much based around these extra resources and trying to adapt. I did nothing following a build order, like besides the early portions of the game. Everything has been an adaptation because this game became messy. We're gonna go for some longbows here, which I know is a fan favorite unit, so that's pretty cool. Go there, and there in come the Hussar. Okay, so the Hussar coming in. First thing you gotta know, Korean Hussar. Really not a good unit. It's really not. It's really not a good unit. So, okay, we need to get this castle down. And he knows about this castle somehow. Like somehow he just knows about it. So, I'm not really sure how he saw that. Maybe he's got an outpost there. I'm not sure of. I don't know. But yeah, first thing I gotta do is get some army over there, and then we'll go for the castle. Okay, but yeah, Hussar for him, not the best choice. We can now reclaim this main gold, by the way. This side gold is getting a little bit Run down. That's... Alright, cool. Alright, let's get another castle here. Look, all my castles are going on hills, basically. Literally every single one of them. Go for another market here. This is a wall. Oh, there's another hole there, though. Not gonna do much. I'm trying to wall up my map here. Constantly making villagers here till 200 pop. No reason not to. Start shoving him down. If I lose some villas, it's okay. I'll remake the villas. It's not a big deal. A lot of food. I don't really need that much food. And now I need another unit. So after I make longbows, actually I'm gonna get elite longbow first. This trebuchet is kind of exposed here. You can snipe that if you want. I don't really care too much about it though. I'll try to save it if possible. Well, elite longbow is a good choice. And yeah, I finally need to get like a wall here. It's very important. And this hill is the last important hill that I want as well. And now I have my gold unit. I forgot to talk a lot about compositions in the series. So I will end you guys. Oh, I will end the series here with one last tip. Actually, let's get a castle here first. That's gonna be more important than the one I wanted. Okay, so I've cleared them up finally here. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys one final tip in terms of compositions here. So generally speaking, you want to have one gold unit, which is in this case my longbow. It's gonna be my main unit, I like to call it. And then you want to have a secondary unit, which is going to be a trash unit, something that costs no gold, something like a hussar or a halb comes to mind. And then you want to also have a siege unit to be able to push, and that's going to be my trebuchet in this case. So basically, I've got longbow. All right, as you can see, it's my main unit. All right, and okay, let's pick up some relics. Sorry, I'm focusing kind of. I should probably pause to explain this though. So yeah, I have longbow, which is my main unit, it's the gold unit. Then I have treb, which is my siege unit, and now as my trash unit, I need to figure out what I need more. Skirmishers, halberdier, or a light cav. Skirmishers do nothing. All he has is hussar. Halbs would be pretty good, but Korean hussar are not that good anyway. So I'm just gonna go light cav to be able to raid him back. Simple as that. All right. So yeah, compositions are always, generally speaking, in that regard, in that form. All right. So we're gonna continue going, okay? Let's zoom back in here. Alright, I'm gonna get my stables prepared as well. I do have that initial stable as well, so I can be able to get husbandry here. And again, yeah, he's just kind of melting here. These to these longbows. I have this gold that I can take as well, which is cool. Okay, very nice. Yeah, he's just gonna melt towards those guys. And now more stables coming up, which is perfect. This castle's going to secure everything. We're going to get conscription. And I would just get all the upgrades for our light cabin. Look at this. I'm at 127 villas. I haven't really stopped till I got to 200 pop. And now I'm very close to 200 pop. So I can consider stopping here. I'm gonna leave the remaining space for the transition here. And that would really never work for him. The hussar for Koreans just suck. I would just get the flat ground and stand still and he will lose. Yeah, like Korean hussar aren't the best, and light cav for Britons aren't great either, but I don't know, they're not bad. They're not bad. They have more armor. There it is. And okay, so now I've gotten what, 2 relics. Let's pick up the 3rd one here. And go there, and then after that maybe we'll go for this 4th one as well. So I got the 1 knight back here as well. And yeah, again, I'm just trying to control the game here, get that going, and just a nail in the coffin here. It would be a castle on this hill. There's just a nail in the coffin, that 1 hill in between us. Okay, this knight would just patrol back and forth there to control that gold. That's the best thing that guy can do right now. I don't want him getting that gold ever. I've controlled a lot of the extra resources. And I'm missing 1 more tech on the crossbows, or sorry, the longbows, which is actually yeoman. Let's go ahead and pick that up. giving them one more range. He just has a bunch of towers that it's defending himself with, which tower defense doesn't really do much in the game, like at this stage of the game, where I have trebuchets. Remember what I said that that buildings kind of suck in Imperial Age compared to units. That's what I'm talking about. Towers and Imp not as strong as units. Some stuff like Trap can easily take care of them. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to showcase. And these light cap will just help in raiding him a little bit and in sniping any siege that he's going to go for. Okay, let's fix my economy though. I have a bit too much wood. Alright, fantastic. This guy, or this trap can join the battle at the front though. Alright, so now we're finally pop capped as well. In this case, you want to actually get forward buildings. Again, I talked about map control, and a good way to make use of the map control, instead of just saying you have it, is actually to get forward buildings. And speaking of forward buildings, that castle on the hill, we wanted for a long time now. We'll finally get it. It starts to raid, and well, light cap to raid, and it's looking pretty good right now for the game. I don't need too much gold, so I just take a few. At the light cap in here, the bomber cannons are there as well. And yeah, I mean, he's trying to fight this, but it's not really going to work out too much for him. The Korean Hussar is not a good choice. So he's pretty much going to call the GG, I would say, in the next 2 minutes. Oh, there it is. Yeah, GG. It turns out to be the next 2 seconds, actually. But yeah, GG, and this was a lot about expanding in Imperial Age to conclude this game. But in the early game, it was a lot about adapting, and hopefully this game actually showcased how to adapt in-game and how my plan changed from just a standard builder that I showcased tons and tons today to actually a complete adaptation of constantly changing my plan, constantly fighting for map control, and then ending up controlling the extra resources. And it came down to just a few things like, you know, scouting the extra resources and controlling select hills. And that's going to conclude our whole series here of Hera's Guide to 2K Definitive Edition. So I hope you guys enjoyed the series. I'm going to show the stats for this game. I went through a lot of different you know, things and I guess build orders that we can talk about, a lot of different you know, tips, tricks, whatever I use that helps me in my game. I went through a lot of them today, and it's going to be you know, sent to YouTube one week at a time. Obviously, this is the last video, so this is it on YouTube as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I did it one day here on Twitch, so my throat is very sore at this point, but as you can see the stats, the timeline, we completely destroyed him from Castle Age, but before that it was looking a little bit sketchy, and even in Castle Age it was looking a little bit sketchy. I shouldn't say completely destroyed, despite what the timeline says, and that was very good. So again, make sure that you're practicing as well. It takes a lot of practice to get to this level, but you now have a lot of tools and tricks at your disposal to make use of. Hopefully it's been educational, hopefully it's been entertaining, and I'll catch you guys on future series and future videos. Take care, and bye for now.